Welcome to this week's virtual cooking class. My name's Sydney,
My name's Hollis.
and we're glad you're here. I got a little lost track in great conversation, forgot to melt the coconut oil, so I scoop it in containers we started up here. But it's good to see y'all. It's been a hot minute, and we are super excited. You didn't even catch that. It was so good to joke. It's been a hot minute.
Oh,
It was just so hidden. I was like, oh, sorry. But we're so excited you're here. Excited to be back. This week we're making black bean brownies.
Sounds weird. Maybe is weird, but it's gonna be tasty, I promise.
It's delicious. It's flour free, which means if you ran out of flour like we did, you still get brownies, which is great. It's full of protein, high in fiber, which is good for your belly and your heart.
Good way to sneak in some extra protein. And, you know, it would be really fun. Somebody that doesn't like beans, whip these up and feed it to them. As long as they're not allergic or something. Don't be mean. And see if they can tell. They probably can't tell, honestly. My sister's made these before for me, and I had no idea there was beans in them. So,
yeah.
Give it a whirl.
They're extra, like, fudgy, gooey, delicious. Oh, we're so excited.
I'm really excited for this one, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So, that being said, there are a few ingredients that are going into this recipe today. Do you want to tell us what they are, Hollis?
For sure. Okay. We got a can of black beans or 1 3/4 cups cooked. So we already cooked them. 1/2 cup of applesauce or a mashed banana. Or I think you can do an egg for that.
Yeah, or like 2 eggs.
Or like 2 eggs. Yeah. So that's kind of like our egg replacement. Is the applesauce, but you can throw in some eggs.
We also ran out of eggs. It's been a rough baking week here at the Broken Leg House, but we're still thriving, so it's good.
Improvisation is the
name of the game.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, I'm not sure I was going with that. It started coming out.
I got you.
All right, cool. 3 tablespoons of melted coconut oil or other oil, whatever oil you got. Vegetable oil works fine. Olive oil probably works fine. I would think. Yeah, whatever oil you got.
Yeah.
Then 3/4 cup of cocoa powder.
Ooh.
1/4 teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Ooh.
Or imitation vanilla flavor. Vanilla extract is like gold.
Yeah, hard to come by. Few and far between. Not too around these parts.
No, not too often. 1/2 cup of sugar. So not a whole lot of sugar in these, but it'll be good. There's also like a little bit of sweetness in the applesauce or banana too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe if you're using eggs, you can throw in another tablespoon. I'm not sure. Try it out. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. 1/4 teaspoon of cornstarch. Interesting. It's a binder. See, that's cool. Probably for texture. I don't know.
Yeah.
1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar or other vinegar. That is a baking tip that our good friend Mary always uses to make her baked goods nice and moist or like fluffy, right?
I think fluffy.
Yeah, it's like the fluffy. It's like the baking powder and the vinegar. They like fizz together. So if you put that in right before you bake, you put it in, mix it in, starts to fizz. You throw it in the oven, then you got fluffiness.
Yeah, it's like when you make paper mache volcanoes. It like fizzes, except for instead of a volcano, it's a brownie.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put black bean brownies in the comments because my titles don't show up.
Oh darn. Well, it's a fun surprise.
Hi,
Luckily,
Caroline.
Pulse is coming clutch, sharing what we're doing with folks.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet. Okay.
Sweet. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Good to see y'all.
And yeah, that's all our ingredients. And then other than that, it's just if you're into toppings on your brownies, or if you're into like mix-ins with your brownies, like nuts, chocolate chips, coconut, yeah, craisins. I don't know.
Ooh,
Get wild. So
maybe going crazy for some craisins.
They're good toppings.
They are. As much as I like to joke, that's actually good. That tastes good. You should try it. We love it here. Okay.
Okay, so we already preheated our oven to 350 degrees.
Nice and toasty.
Yep. So the first thing you want to do is lightly grease an 8-inch square pan. We're using this one today. So, yeah, whatever you use to grease your stuff. Where's our greaser? Oh, what were you gonna use?
Oh, that works too. I don't know if there's still oil in that, but if there is, that is perfect.
A little bit. We got this fancy like spray bottle thingy. You can use like Crisco or I don't know. That's what we always used. When I was growing up, we always took a paper towel and some Crisco and just piped it in there. So that works good.
Yeah, like extra stick of butter lying around, or like
butter,
olive oil, whatever you got going.
So grease it up so it doesn't stick too bad. Is that working?
Yeah, we're gonna, use the power of good vibes to try.
If y'all don't know Sydney as well as I do, you might not know the stubbornness that occurs at times. Once Sydney has started a task, does not want to give up.
One time, Hollis, I ran a half marathon because I didn't want to turn around because I wanted to run a loop. Sometimes it's stubborn to a fault.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for me that would be a really dangerous game, but maybe you were really fit at the time, or maybe you're just super fit person. I mean, whether you're not.
Sometimes stubbornness happens. That's all I'm saying. Long story short,
Sounds painful to me.
I appreciate Hollis's help in greasing the pan. Teamwork makes the dream work.
It does. Okay. Yeah.
So
tag team that one.
Yeah, no team.
Okay. So that's done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay. So with black beans, I guess you want to blend them up, so it's not just like black bean chunks. So the next thing, the next thing you want to do, it says add ingredients. Add all ingredients besides the vinegar. Don't add the vinegar yet. That's right at the end. To a food processor or a blender and puree. Scraping on the sides as needed. Continue to mix until the batter looks smooth. So again, improvisation is the name of the game when you're cooking with us. Can't get out of it. We've got this little it's like a travel food processor. I'm not really sure.
It's adorable.
It is. It's great. But as you can see, yeah, it's a little small.
Fun size.
Yeah. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like the black beans and like something slightly liquidy together in there, and then like get that really smooth, and then we'll just like mix everything else in because I don't think anything else is chunky.
Yeah, I think that's the chunkiest thing we got going.
Yeah. So I think smoothing the black beans is like the goal here.
So are you thinking maybe we do like the black beans and the applesauce?
That sounds good.
Okay.
That'll work. Yeah. So how many or is it all of that?
I think it's all of this.
Okay.
A 15-ounce can is approximately 1 3/4 cup of cooked beans. It's what the internet told me today. So I cooked up those beans. So we're gonna dump these puppies in here. Hope for the best. Fun fact: black beans are also called turtle beans because of their shell. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's cute.
These could also be turtle brownies, which is confusing because that can be the chocolate caramel, it could be black bean. So maybe for your black bean hater friends, you tell them it's turtle brownies, as it is.
And then, you were totally honest.
Yeah, it's not. It's just a different telling of the story, Okay, so we got all the beans, which are also called legumes. The legumes are together. I'm excited. Okay.
Sweet. All right, that actually fit pretty nicely.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add our applesauce because it's hard to. Oh, jeez. Sorry, our kitchen helper is starting to fit. One second.
So I'm gonna help out and open the applesauce for my friend Hollis. Okay. So then it says it calls for approximately a half cup of applesauce. We have a 1/4 cup measure. So using our fraction thinking brains, that means we're gonna be using 2 1/4 cup measures, and that's gonna equal a half cup. Oh, just having a party by themselves.
There's nothing out the window. I'm not sure what she's talking a lot about.
Okay. Would you like to help do 2 of these bad boys into the mixture?
Sure.
Thank you.
So it's a half cup total. Sweet. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, that one was overflowing, so I'm just gonna skip on the next one.
No worries. But in cooking terms, people might call that heaping. So if you ever hear heaping, that sometimes means like little over the top, a little spilling out the sides, something like that. So not bad, just different.
Yeah. Cool.
Blending time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since you were gone fishing last time, we did a blending thing. Last time when I had Mary help me blend pesto, then one of us was dancing while the other one was blending, so people knew when the blending stopped. It was really fun. Not weird, I swear it was really fun.
I guess that counts.
So if you want to,
like fun. I'm a little shy today with my dancing.
I can dance while you blend if you want. Okay. Are you gonna blend over there?
I'm gonna blend over here. Yeah,
okay.
I have more space.
So for the studio audience who maybe has this playing on their phone, next to their ear hole, anything like that, where you're trying to keep your ears sensitive, I'll dance while they're blending. And so then you know when to turn the volume up, when to turn it down, all that good stuff.
Whose idea was that?
Definitely mine, since I'm just a big goose.
Did you make Mary do it too?
No, she didn't. Mary did not.
I'm having a hard time picturing Mary dancing.
She like low-key danced off the camera. She was like a little behind the scenes. Y'all didn't see it, but it was really cute. I was like, "Yay, Mary! Show off the dance skills." So,
all right,
ready?
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. It's not that loud, actually.
No, it's not that bad, but it's like next to your ear. You never know. Getting blended.
It's blending nicely.
Yeah, it looks real good. Blendy, blendy, blend.
Trying to see how many dances we got for us.
I feel like see if I can 60 dances. Like you got the shopping cart. You got like a little sprinkler. You got like the twist.
Yeah, you could.
Have like the head bob that you might do to listen to my favorite Bob Marley. While you're stirring it up.
All right, let's see. Oh, wow, it looks really smooth actually.
That looks beautiful.
There's
Oh,
two little beans
couple
on the top,
chunkies.
but I think they're okay.
Okay. I
Here, I'll
trust
show
you,
you guys.
Ooh,
Looks pretty.
beautiful.
It's like actually looks like hummus or something. Like it looks like a bean dip.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
Yeah. Like, sweet. Thanks, Hollis. Good blend work.
Yes.
Stirring it up, as it were. Okay.
Flip the ends blades. Yep.
Okay. So then it looks like we just got to add all those other things. So
All the other things. All right.
just a couple other things. So I think what I'm gonna do next, maybe, is
Oh, okay.
what I'm thinking.
I'll dump them in the bowl.
Okay.
Or what?
Oh, I was gonna melt this real quick. So while Hollis is doing their thing, I'm gonna melt the coconut oil in the microwave oven.
Take my spatula. I'll show you guys. Yay. It's gonna be some tasty brownies. Honestly, like plain beans don't really taste like a whole lot, so it really makes sense that. Well, I guess it depends on the bean. Depends on the bean, but makes sense that they can go sweet or savory, in my opinion. It's over there giving me a mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all can hear, but I'm not just talking to the peanut gallery.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. The kitchen helpers.
I was literally about to say, like, the thing about having a dog is that I can talk to myself all the time and pass it off as I'm talking to the dog. So I will be doing that. Yeah, I will be doing this regardless. Okay, wonderful.
Beautiful.
Pour in the coconut oil.
Ooh, the pour. Nice. Pull up it off there.
All right. Let's see. 3/4 cup cocoa powder.
Sorry, just really excited about these brownies.
Yeah, these are tasty.
And some days you just want to, you know, eat some chocolate, and it's even better when it's got a little protein in it because it makes your brain, your heart, your muscles all happy at the same time. What more could a kid ask for?
By a kid, we mean Sid.
Yeah, Sid the kid. Maybe a little bit older than the average kid, but that's okay. Youthful at heart, you know? Then, so 3/4 cup, and I'm starting with a 1/4 cup. So then that means that I'm gonna put in 3.
Yep.
Using my good fractions math, so then keep my brain sharp. Whoops.
Another heaping.
Yeah, a little heaping.
Yeah.
Slip that one in there. I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah.
That would be easier.
Scoop method works better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, now you know. You don't have to like learn the hard way like Sid did. You can, you know.
Dang, these are chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Um, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Tried to be helpful and I kept chucking the spoon everywhere and I was like, hey Hollis, here's the spoon you need. Good luck, friend. And they're very kind. Okay. Then a 1/2 cup of sugar. I'm gonna rinse off our cocoa cup.
Cocoa cup.
Sugar in it. Yeah, it's good alliteration. But if you haven't heard it, alliteration is when words start with the same like sound generally, but it can also be the letter at the beginning. So like it's different. So like yeah, pancakes. So then like Sid the kid is an alliteration, is not alliteration, but Cocoa Cup is. I think. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. You never know. Since is it just always when it sounds like that, or is it when it's at the beginning?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. So,
You're getting an extra English lesson today.
Yeah, trying maybe for like an Indian lesson.
It's an idea.
Yeah. You know, let us know. We would love any and all feedback.
You know, we're always like, y'all should fact check us.
Yeah.
For a good fact check.
We're, always learning just like everybody else. So, yeah. Got a 1/2 cup of sugar.
Okay, let's see. Sugar, then baking powder. 1.5 teaspoons.
Nice.
Thankfully, Sid picked some more up. Out. Okay.
You can only improvise so much.
Yeah.
But
Baking powder is a harder one. I'm not exactly sure.
Fun fact, though. Exactly. I learned real talk. Sid's lunch today was a sourdough pancake, but the recipe I used called for baking powder, of which there was not any at our house, but we had baking soda and vinegar. So when Hollis was talking earlier about like adding vinegar things to make them fluffy, you can do like a 1/4 teaspoon for like a teaspoon of baking powder. You can do like a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and then like a teaspoon of vinegar.
Really?
Yeah, and it has that same reaction. So if you're also
Did it work out?
Yes. Yes. I didn't account for like the liquid flour component, so that was a little rough, but it still cooked and I still ate lunch and that made me happy.
Was it like semi-fluffy? The fluffy part worked, I guess is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, it like definitely floofed up. Yeah, it was cool to see. I was very intrigued. I'm gonna put sugar in there. It kind of looks like White Christmas, but like in August and with sugar. So not really the same at all, but
interesting.
I think in the old 1954 movie, I think they maybe used salt or sugar.
What?
In like one of the songs they're doing, because they're like on a train car. So in that regard, it's similar, but
salt. Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, like for the snow? Yeah.
Wait, for the fake snow outside?
They're like in a train car, like a dining car, and so then they're like pretending to sprinkle salt to make it look like it's snow. Yeah. So long story short, in this one specific instance it looks similar, but in no other instance does it. Yeah.
Alright, I'm adding the cornstarch.
Nice.
And then, okay, so I'm just gonna look ahead. So it says if the batter appears too thick, add a tablespoon or 2 of water.
Okay.
Which I'm kind of wondering if that's gonna be the case after, because it's already pretty thick, and then we haven't even stirred in all the sugar yet. Should we show it?
Sure. So it looks like this. You can kind of see it's a little thick, which is still delicious, but it's gonna be delicious. They're gonna stir in the sugar while Haas is measuring up that cornstarch. Ooh, beautiful.
It looks like we just told ourselves that we're funny, but it was one of our other coworkers also under the CDC name.
Yeah. As much as I'm all about giving myself a pat on the back, this time it was not us.
I
We
love
swear.
that though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's something we wouldn't do, but
Yeah.
just not this time. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah. Much appreciated, my friend.
Thanks for the look.
Okay.
All right. What do you think? Oh, wow. Why does it look less thick after adding the sugar?
See, look, it's
That
like
is
droopy,
so strange.
and it was like clumpy. I don't know.
Sugar's dry. Science. I don't get it, but I like it.
Mhm.
That's so weird. So before we added the sugar, I wonder if there's some reaction going on.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you know, again, let us know in the comments.
I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. You know, magic happens every day. Sometimes it happens with your brownies.
Yeah. So actually, now it looks like a really this looks like what I would expect brownie batter to look like, right? Like,
Yeah, like not runny,
Yeah.
but like not too thick.
Yeah. So
Like maybe
cool.
like a frosting consistency even.
Yeah, kind of. All right, I think we're good to go.
Sweet. Okay. So then, should I add that vinegar at the end for the fluffy? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wish we could show people the reaction.
What do you think?
Okay, I'll just hold the bowl.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes. Don't smell it.
Yeah, the kitchen helper is ready to catch me if I fall, so I feel supported.
Like, what are y'all making? Okay,
I'm good at this fish. Do you see something, Hollis? Maybe not as much. It's hard to know though. Sometimes you mix them together and they don't show as much.
I saw like one bubble, but that's okay. It's happening in there regardless of whether I can see it.
Kind of like gravity.
Kind of like gravity. Also, yeah, like adding that last teaspoon of vinegar at the end. I'm glad we didn't add any water because it would have been probably too runny. So yeah, look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
Wonderful.
We're excited.
Smells like brownie batter.
Nice. It looks like brownie
Can't
batter.
believe there's no flour in here. That is crazy.
Yeah. So if you know anyone who's trying to eat less flour or whatever, you know, this is the recipe for you.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, our pan was already greased, so I'm just pouring it on in there.
Oh, beautiful.
This is when, well, yeah, like, oh wow, never mind. I think the vinegar like changes the color a little bit.
That's kind of
Yeah, it
cool.
looks a little. That's what it does with like banana bread too.
Okay.
It like lightens up the mixture or something. I don't know.
That's kind of pretty. I like it. Both science and art at the same time.
Yeah.
So then what Hollis is doing right now is like evening it out. So sometimes you'll pour batter in things and they'll be like here, and it's nice to like meet in the middle. So Hollis is doing a beautiful spraying job. So now it looks nice and even now.
I usually like to save some brownie batter to eat. And this is on the eggs in it, so no worries.
And it doesn't have raw flour either. Everything's
Voila.
cooked. So
Here we go. And this is when you can add toppings if you would like to. I don't know if we're doing that today.
Let's skip it. Yeah, our kitchen's creative, but also a little bit on the light stack side right now. So we're gonna keep that little, keep it to the basics. Still delicious. Yeah. So I think maybe pop in.
Yeah. Cool. Throw that baby in there. I'm excited to see how much it decides to rise. I'm excited to see what the texture is going to be like. If it's going to be fudgy, so
fingers are crossed.
If it has that like normal, if regular brownies like are on the edge, it has that really nice like chewy, crunchy texture. It's like my favorite. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm thinking in approximately 35 to 40 minutes from now, it should start pulling away from the edges and the tops to be cooked. But even if it looks a little gooey, for the way that we did it today, you can still eat it because it's vegan, which is nice because a little less stress on the food safety side. But otherwise, just check it at 35 minutes. Then open the oven, stick a knife in, all that good stuff. See if it's still like runny or sticky when it's coming out. If it is, leave it in a little longer. If it's not, take it out, let it cool. I think they recommend maybe a half hour. And then
let it cool for 30 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
It kind of sets, like baked goods like set, so they're easier to cut, easier to take pieces out.
So it's not just like a half-hearted recommendation. You should let them sit for that period of time, you think?
I mean,
Hollis is a real solid baker, so I like to ask their perspective on things like this. I'm still kind of.
I think especially with brownies, like they really kind of like settle in, and like brownies are good like warm. I feel like something like cookies are nice when they're like hot, you know. Like brownies, I feel like at least for me, like I like them warm, but like not necessarily like straight out the oven. Like I don't know. I feel like they really like come together when you like let them sit for a few minutes. It doesn't necessarily have to be a whole 30 minutes, but
Sweet.
Yeah, so this recipe mentions the edges start to pull away from the sides. That's like a telltale sign when you're baking something like this that it's like getting close to being done. If it kind of like you can see a little teeny gap around the edge. So
yeah, it's kind of like when you like stand up on your tiptoes and you're just like you feel like you have that little extra like zink like together, but like
it's
with
just like
brownies.
a little smidge. Yeah. It like yeah. Cool.
Sweet. Well, I think that's it for today's cooking class. Let us know how it goes in the comments. Send us a picture. Give us a description. If you had any fun toppings, let us know. We're always looking for more.
Yeah.
Otherwise, keep posted since next week we're going to be doing a little bit more informational learning. We're so excited. We're just talking about it before this class.
Yeah.
Also, pumped. So if you're looking to try and figure out what your family's going to be eating on like how do you like figure out how to eat something that's tasty and delicious and like not super expensive? Tune in. It's gonna be a great episode. We're already pumped. My stomach's already growling. Like unfortunately I have to wait a week, but we're pumped. So please stay tuned. Yeah.
And it's part of a whole series that we're doing that the Community Development Corporation is doing. So there's other classes too. So keep an eye out. There's classes on the census, on finances, on health, and cooking. Is that all? Is that all the topics? I think so. It'll be fun. There's been 2 already this week. And if you participate and fill out a survey, if you watch the whole video and you fill out a survey, if the first 20 people for each class will get $15, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure I remember everything correctly. But yeah, so make sure you tune in.
Learning way to earn $15 and like get some new knowledge without having to leave the comfort of your home or wherever you're watching. So.
Yep. And every class you attend, you get entered into a drawing for a $250 gift card to Turtle Creek. So that's another extra incentive. So our class will be one of those for the next 5 weeks. So keep tuning in. And we'll have some really good stuff for you guys.
Yeah. So until then, have a great rest of your week, y'all. Stay safe and healthy. And thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye.